Hey guys, Patrick Doucette here. I saw a video by Chris Guy. He was saying that he's going to put the nail in the coffin on the People's Party. I guess that's enough for me to take the bait. Um, he was talking about things from when Maxime Bernier was involved in the Conservative Party. That's why he left the Conservative Party. He left the Conservative Party because he felt that they were intellectually and morally bankrupt, morally corrupt. That he didn't want to associate himself with them anymore. That's why he started his own party. So it's only natural that he had reasons that he didn't disagree with those things that he was involved in. The uh, the other thing he mentioned a thing about masks, saying that the People's Party was promoting masks. When the pandemic first started, people weren't sure whether masks worked or whether they don't, or getting conflicting information. I still have masks I use if I have to get into Costco. There was a time when they had masks. They're not available now. So again, things that he's talking about bringing up from the past. He's had difficulty in the past, just as other people have had difficulty in the past. The fact of the matter is, if you look at how the people are cooperating from different groups, you have Derek Sloan from ex-conservative. Now he's independent. You had Randy Hillier, who was on a provincial level, right, a conservative. You had Pastor Hildebrandt. They're coming together, form this coalition, and they say that they agree with the People's Party policies, that they want to end the lockdowns, they want to avoid vaccine passports, they want to restore rights and freedoms to Canadians, and so they cooperate together and say, yes, let's meet with the people, let's get out there and see if we can form some synergy and create some support for the fact that we're all moving in the same direction. And they're doing it under an umbrella that works together with the traditions of Canadians, which is democracy, of putting forward a political party and to say, yes, each person can vote for their candidate, for their representative. To say that, well, I'm just going to be rogue and go on my own individual, and if enough people rise up and do what I'm doing, then everything's going to work out perfectly. It's a little bit naive. You just say, well, if everybody just did what I did and just said no, then we wouldn't have this problem. Well, yeah, of course, in theory, that's true. But is that realistic? Is that how our country operates? The people that have the power control the police and the military, and we have an infrastructure, and we have a democratic society where people vote and elect representatives. This is how the society that we're in works. So there's nothing stopping Chris Guy from just starting his own political party and saying, if you disagree, and this has happened before. Chris Guy is not the only one. There's been other individuals who've disagreed with Max or the People's Party on a specific point, and they say, okay, well, if that's you don't want to play by my rules, I'm going to take all my marbles and go home. And it's I wouldn't say it's infantile, but it's an immature way to deal with other people. When you're in a group of people, you have to check your ego at the door, and you have to say, let's humble ourselves and work together as a team. And this is what the People's Party is trying to do. We're having people contact us every day saying, I like what you guys are doing. I agree with your policies. I want to get involved. I want to volunteer. I want to get a lawn sign for my home or my property or my small business. We're seeing this constantly, that people are agreeing. They're humbling themselves. They're saying, yes, this is something that's bigger than myself. I want to work together towards improving the Canadian situation, the Canadian political situation. I want to promote the rights and freedoms of Canadians, return us back the way it used to be, right? Not to be under these lockdowns, not have my small business destroyed. We're seeing this every day, that people are agreeing. So for him to come out and say, well, he's going to put the nail in the coffin, he's basically saying he's going to destroy the People's Party. That's not going to happen, right? That's not realistic. It's a little bit grandstanding. It's a little bit over the top. I wish Chris Guy well. I hope he's extremely talented. He's extremely intelligent. He's got a big following of people that love what he's saying. He's been very insightful. He's been able to predict and see from a macro scale of what's going on. So I wish him all the best. But when he says he's going to put a nail in the coffin of people's, no, it's not going to happen. And it makes me want to respond to that, because there are people that'll see that and say, oh, gee whiz, if Maxime did that, then maybe he's a globalist too. No, he's not a globalist. He's fighting against globalism. That's why he left the Conservative Party. So I hope that makes sense. I just want to throw that out there, because I do feel he's inviting commentary by saying those kind of things. And so I want to give my 2 cents on that. the People's Party is still growing. We're not perfect. It's only 3 years old. And as new policies come out, there'll be new bills that are trying to be passed. They'll have an opinion on them. And those opinions will be formed by the people that get involved and join us today by putting their input in. And so it's a growing organization. We're moving in the right direction. And I hope that people that see this agree with what I'm saying, that yes, we are a small growing organization. There will be bumps in the road, but as we evolve and grow, we are putting Canadians first. That's what the party is doing, putting Canadians first and not getting distracted by people that would get upset for one reason or the other. They all have their own reasons. There's been people that have had difficulty with police, as Chris Guy has. So did Maxime Bernier. So did Pastor Hildebrandt. They've had their own troubles in the past, but we're thinking of the future. We're thinking of the future for Canadians, the best that we know how, and we're taking action in an organized way that follows the democratic society that we live in, that says, yes, we do need to elect representatives. We do need to have representation in government so that we can participate in how these policies are formed. We can't just say, well, if everybody just did what I did and just refused to participate, that's not how things work, right? That we have to be realistic in the country that we live in Canada. And I hope you agree. I hope you join the People's Party today so that together we can have synergy and move forward and get things done that are better for all Canadians involved, Chris Guy included. I wish him well, but we have to be realistic and we have to say, hey, what is the best way that we can make effective change in Canada for the better so that we don't have these situations happening where our rights are being taken away and our businesses closed and bad decisions being made that are not based on science or that are not based on good ideas. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. I wish you all well. Take care now. Bye-bye.